Welcome to She Made That, a series that celebrates creative women. I'm your host, Daniela, and every month I sit down with women to hear their stories, what they create, and why.
She made that. She made that. You're so creative. She made that.
Hi, Kat. Thank you so much for joining me today on another creative discussion. Before we begin, can you give yourself a little introduction as well as the business you started for yourself?
Hi, Daniela. Yes, absolutely. So I'm Kat, and I started Chronically Sarcastic Inc., which is a sarcastic shirt and soon to be expanding into other things, but a sarcastic shirt business. I design sarcastic shirts for the chronically ill, the disabled, and those who are just chronically sarcastic. I did so while I was off work on sick leave, again, for the umpteenth time, because unfortunately, my body has decided that not only did I need one chronic illness, but I needed multiple chronic illnesses to have to, manage my way through. And so for me, this was the only means in which I could keep myself employed as my body continued to throw random hissy fits. I do this as a means of allowing and helping give others the ability to express themselves, that especially those of us who are chronically ill and disabled generally don't have the ability to do with clothing. Like, there are sarcastic shirts out there for normal people, but our community of people is kind of left out a lot. And so it's really nice to see, to have somebody see that there is the ability for them to tell their story through clothing and through shirts in a way in which they haven't been given the outlet to do so previously, and in a means in which also allows them to express themselves in a humorous manner and not such a serious manner, even though being chronically ill and being disabled can be very serious and can lead to some very serious ramifications for the majority of us. A lot of us use humor as a means of coping with it, because if we don't laugh, we cry, basically. And so I thought, what a great way to help other people express themselves and tell their story in a silent manner that has other people kind of nodding and like laughing along with them. That's not at their expense or at their detriment, as well as like a form of silent advocacy. I've had quite a few people order shirts from me saying, "Oh, I'm going to wear this shirt specifically to my next pain specialist appointment or my next doctor's appointment or my next whatever type of appointment," knowing that that shirt is going to help them express to their doctor how they feel on a regular basis and what their reality is, in a way in which doesn't have them having to repeat themselves constantly either, which is something that those of us in the community do a lot.
Wow, I love how you're turning your negative experience into something positive. Like you're helping a lot of people along the way, which is awesome. How long have you been doing this for?
I actually only launched the business like this past March, so we are only 7 months old now. But it's been going pretty well. We've gotten some really fantastic feedback in that time, and I'm able to take that and turn it into something that hopefully will expand and grow over the next coming years, and will turn into something even bigger and even better.
Okay, awesome. Do you make your own designs for the t-shirts?
yes, I do create all of my own designs with the exception of fonts most of the time. However, I do purchase the commercial licensing for all of the fonts that I use to ensure that all of the artists get paid the appropriate amount for being able to use their fonts on my shirts. But all of the ideas, all of the design concepts, all of the slogans, those are all me.
Nice. Do you have a website where people can find you? And do you sell globally?
I do have a website. It is www.chronicallysarcastic.ca. We are currently in a blackout for Black Friday mode. So Black Friday will be $20 tees, $15 tanks, and $15 long sleeves. First 10 people will get a free gift, a hand-painted Christmas ornament, specifically from me. I do ship globally. However, right now the US is unfortunately off limits. I I cannot afford to be hit with 35% tariffs. And two, I also don't want to put that additional on my customers because I know a lot of them also cannot afford a 35% tariff hit. So I was shipping to the US and I had no problem shipping to the US. I love you guys and I want nothing more than for this tariff war to be over so that I can safely ship to you guys again without it being a major issue. But I just know that my customers nor I currently right now can handle an additional $200-$300 bill handed out to them in order for me to ship a couple of shirts. So that is the unfortunate reality of the current situation. I'm not speaking on anything more politically in any capacity. It is honestly just the reality of the current situation that we are in. Nothing more, nothing less. As soon as that all gets evened out or figured out, I will immediately be opening my carts back up to the US without a hesitation, without any, without any question, without a doubt. There will be an email that will immediately go out, posts will go up everywhere. Everybody will know. I was fine shipping to the US until the de minimis rule was revoked, and some issues have come up since then. And so, yes, worldwide, currently minus the US. As soon as things settle down, US will absolutely be back on my list. And I will make sure that you guys can also get whatever it is that you would like from my website. I am currently working on some things behind the scenes that I'm hoping to release early to mid next year, which may allow you to purchase things from the US as a download versus an actual like shirt per se. And so all they would need to do is find somebody who can apply it to a shirt for them. So I'm maybe in the near future, you may be able to at least purchase the design, but I haven't fully solidified anything yet.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. I'm actually in Canada myself, so I do know the challenge. I think offering the digital downloads would be a great idea. I'll make sure to add your website in the description. Thank you so much for joining me again. Keep doing what you're doing and take care.
Thank you for having me and for being able to, kind of highlight a little bit of what I do. I'm always grateful to be able to share, my experience and what I'm working on so that other people know that they're also not alone. I will absolutely send all that over for you so that you have it so that everybody else can see it as well. and hopefully we can like touch base sometime in the future and do like a little catch up or something.
I'd love that. Thank you so much.
She made that. She made that. You're so creative. She made that.